Hey, this is Ryan with Muscle Without Meltdown. I'm going to start doing a daily vlog kind of in the style of a coffee chat. I will try to get them posted a little earlier in the day in the future, but it's just going to be me kind of yapping unscripted. So, to get right into it, what I wanted to talk about today was, is the fitness industry like at its all time worst, or has it always been a clown world? And I'm going to argue that essentially it's always been a clown world and it's always been as bad as it is now. It's just that society as a whole has degraded. So it appears more extreme compared to the past, but in the relative sense, they're the same. I hope that makes sense. I don't have the terminology at the moment to get that across. But if we go back 20, 25 years ago when I started out just looking at magazines, it was kind of the same as it is now, where everything is just a vehicle for marketing. The magazines were full of conflicting advice every issue, or even like in the same issue, there'd be conflicting advice. And it was really just all content to pad out the ads. And even the articles themselves would be sneaky little marketing telling you that this bodybuilder is having nitro tech and cell tech 10 times a day as part of their diet, right? So that wasn't anything different from now. We just didn't have the internet and social media to the same extent to really shove it down our throat to the same degree. Um, the bodies were always unattainable. Like even in the mainstream fitness magazines, like the Men's Health, you could argue that the physiques were naturally attainable, at least some of them. But even those guys, they'd be like your maxed out natural bodybuilder and then totally ripped. So attainable for a very small percentage of people, you could argue, but still a ridiculously high standard, right? So again, that hasn't changed. The difference now is that you have social media and you can see literal kids, barely out of high school that are going to look that already look better now than you're probably going to look at 30, even if you take a bunch of steroids. So more discouraging nowadays, I want to say. That's the physique inflation aspect. But as far as what was put in the magazines, it was Mike O'Hearn then, and it's Mike O'Hearn now. um, Women and the degree to which they were sexualized. Nowadays, you go onto Instagram and it's essentially porn. And a lot of the female creators that are posting fitness content, it's really just this gateway to their OnlyFans, and that's how they make their living. Um, that is new, and angling the camera so it's pointed like into your butt while you're doing glute exercises. That's new, right? But as far as what was in the magazines and everything, I want to say that compared to the standard of the time of the era, women were just as sexualized back then. And, you know, the entertainment industry and the fitness industry were always trying to, push the envelope just a little bit. So, yes, it was more tame back then, but relative to the standard back then, it was the same level of taboo. And hopefully that makes sense. Um, but yeah, women less sexualized, but not relative to the era. Um, really, social media is the main factor that uh, makes fitness back when I was starting and now any different at all. Because um, being able to have just endless influencers and all the insane physiques, and pretty much anybody can start a supplement company now and market products to you, that's definitely a game changer. But I want to say that's not unique to the fitness industry. That's the fitness industry basically being affected by or being infected by social media, because social media has essentially had that effect on everything it touches. And, you know, just kind of brings out the worst of us as human beings, right? The desire to lie and present fake versions of ourselves and try to rage bait each other. That is all new in the that is all new in the fitness industry or the fitness space, but it's not unique to fitness. That's everywhere. So as much as I do think the fitness industry is a total circus nowadays, we can't really blame that on fitness. It's more the social media influence. So I think that will wrap it up today. So in closing, really, things were no better back in my day. They were just as ridiculous. The difference now is that you have the phone feeding it to you 24/7. But I will catch you guys tomorrow and we'll yap about something else. I'll see you then.